The U.S. automotive market is entering 2026 in a state of cautious optimism. After several turbulent years marked by pandemic disruptions, semiconductor shortages, price spikes, and shifting consumer habits, the industry is gradually returning to a more predictable trajectory. That said, this is no longer the market we knew in the late 2010s. It has become more complex, more technological, and noticeably more cautious. Prices. Stabilization without a return to the old days. The main concern for buyers remains pricing. In 2026, a sharp drop in vehicle prices is unlikely. Inflationary pressure has eased, supply chains have normalized, and dealer inventories look healthier than they did in 2022-2023. However, production costs remain high. Electronics, software, advanced driver assistance systems, and stricter safety requirements prevent automakers from returning to price levels of a decade ago. The market is instead moving toward a new normal: moderate price growth, more frequent incentive programs, and the return of traditional dealer discounts, but without mass clearance sales. Electric vehicles. Growth without euphoria. By 2026, electric vehicles in the U.S. will no longer be exotic, but a revolutionary surge is not on the horizon either. EV sales will continue to grow, though at a more measured pace. Buyers have become more pragmatic, focusing on real-world range, battery longevity, and total cost of ownership rather than just acceleration figures and futuristic design. Automakers, in turn, are expected to concentrate on more affordable models and hybrid solutions. Hybrids and plug-in hybrids may well become the golden middle of the U.S. market in 2026, especially in regions where charging infrastructure is still developing unevenly. SUVs and pickups, undisputed leaders. While Europe increasingly talks about compactness and sustainability, the U.S. remains loyal to its traditions. In 2026, SUVs and pickup trucks will continue to dominate the market. Moreover, these segments will be the primary testing ground for new technologies from semi-autonomous driving systems to hybrid and electric powertrains. One notable trend is the rise of the smart pickup. Work trucks are increasingly equipped with digital dashboards, telematics, and integration with business services, turning them into tools not only for farmers and contractors, but also for small businesses. Technology and software. The car as a service. By 2026, the car in the U.S. will have definitively moved beyond being just a means of transportation. Feature subscriptions, over-the-air updates, paid driver assistance functions, and personalized interfaces are becoming standard practice. This shift sparks debate among consumers, but manufacturers see it as a stable source of revenue. Special attention is being paid to Level 2 and Level 3 driver assistance systems. Fully autonomous vehicles remain a niche product, yet intelligent highway and traffic jam assistance are set to become standard even in the mass market. The used car market, more transparency. The used car market in 2026 will appear significantly calmer than it did in the middle of the decade. Prices are stabilizing, and digital platforms are making vehicle histories more transparent. For buyers, this means lower risks. For dealers, fiercer competition for customer trust. Conclusion. The U.S. automotive market in 2026 is a market of compromises. It is no longer operating in crisis mode, but it is not returning to old habits either. Electrification is progressing steadily, technology is becoming mandatory, and buyers are increasingly calculating. For some, this is a time for cautious investment. For others, a moment to rethink what a